What is up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, my name is Lex and I cover all kinds of fragrance, beauty, lifestyle, and wellness content. Today, you guys, we are going to be jumping into how I personally am planning on doing a huge spring reset. Okay, when I say spring reset, I am talking all the areas of my life. Let's be honest, if any of you guys are like me and have dealt with the seasonal blues, winter can be very rough on both the mental, the physical, and just all of the things. And spring really just reignites that fire and that passion about life again for me. It just makes me feel excited to do different things, get outside, and it really just makes me feel like a human being again. It is just a reminder that we can start fresh, we can become new, we can nourish ourselves, and really just bloom into the best version of ourselves. So in today's video, I am going to be covering how I plan on getting my mind, my body, my space, and all of the things ready for spring. And hopefully you guys can take some of these tips and tricks to apply to your own life routine and all of the things. So without further ado, if you are interested in this type of content, as well as any beauty, wellness, fragrance, and all of the things, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video, as well as like and leave me a comment so we can continue the conversation, girl. Now, as a beauty content creator, of course, we are going to start with the beauty category, and we are going to start with skincare. So for me personally, you guys, in the winter, I am very much a dry skin girly, but especially if you are in an area that has a more dry and cold climate, it can be very harsh on the skin. So in the winter time, I definitely use a lot more super thick, super hydrating body creams and moisturizers on my face, because I find that in the winter my skin is a lot more dry and needs that extra love, that extra care, and that nourishment. So once we start to get into spring and the sun is out a lot more, I definitely like to make sure I'm focusing on a couple of things. Number one, I love to make sure I am using products that are going to exfoliate my skin, whether that is physical exfoliants in the shower, body scrubs, and things like that, or chemical exfoliants on both my body as well as my face, like your products that have your actives in them, your AHAs, retinols, and things like that. I really like to make sure I'm incorporating products like that into my skincare routine, both for my face and my body, because that helps to reveal that under layer of skin that may be trapped underneath the dull, dry, flaky layer of skin that may have developed during the winter season. Also, when it comes to skincare, that includes makeup for me. So when it comes to my winter versus spring makeup, you guys, during the spring and summer especially, I really like to incorporate more skin tints. I just love that dewy makeup look that just makes you look sun-kissed. So I primarily focus on, instead of my heavier foundations, I go for skin tints and tinted sunscreens and things like that, as well as really pretty pastel, peachy, coral blushes and things like that that just give you that flushed, dewy, sun-kissed look. Same for my lip products. I love to do my peachy lip combos, my corals, my pinks, and things like that. I don't do as many deep lip shades like the super rich plums and the browns. I try to focus more on the pinks, the corals, and sometimes a little bit of red as well, because I just feel like those bring out all of the spring vibes. I also play around with eyeshadow a lot more in spring. I just feel like all of the fun colors and things like of the flowers really motivate me to do spring eyeshadow looks. It's those really easy, effortless makeup looks, y'all. I don't like to look like I have on a full beat in the spring and summer, especially once it starts to get hot. I just like to look dewy and sun-kissed and radiant. And the key to those no makeup looks, y'all, is going to be making sure you take your skin prep seriously. Okay, so it's all encompassing. Skincare and makeup for me is all encompassing in the spring and summer, because it all works together. And that brings me to today's sponsor, which is Meaningful Beauty. I do want to thank Meaningful Beauty for sponsoring a portion of this video. Like I said, you guys, when it comes to skincare and makeup, you want to make sure you are nourishing your skin. And with me being in my 30s, I am definitely way more cognizant of the type of ingredients that I'm putting on my skin. I really want to make sure everything that I use is targeted, has super nourishing ingredients for my skin to keep me looking youthful and dewy and glowy. So Meaningful Beauty is a brand that was created by Cindy Crawford. And I don't know about y'all, but I used to remember the Meaningful Beauty commercials that came on like back in the day, and I would always see Cindy Crawford on there literally looking like she had not aged a day. Now, your skincare that you do in your 20s and 30s is what's going to set you up for the rest of your life. So you need to make sure you are taking care of her. And that is what I love most about this brand. I have recently incorporated this brand into my skincare routine. And I love a brand that literally thinks about the whole skincare line, right? Like, of course, I have my random one-off products that I might incorporate here and there, but I love when a brand has an entire skincare line that works together, and that is what Meaningful Beauty does. All of the products have very similar ingredients in them that play off of each other, that literally give you that glowing from within youthful glow. And two products specifically that I want to highlight, you guys, the Youth Activating Melon Serum. These little balls that you see in here that deliver a super concentrated form of antioxidants, which if you guys did not know, antioxidants are key in preserving the youthfulness of your skin and the overall health of your skin, which is going to give you that glow. This is basically just like an instant boost of radiance and all of the ingredients that are going to give your skin that dewy, lit from within look. My second favorite thing that I'm loving from them right now is this Skin Décolleté Neck Brightening Treatment. Your neck is one of the first places that's going to show signs of aging, you guys. So I have been paying a lot more attention to making sure that I am bringing my skincare down to my neck, but it's very helpful to know that I can get a product that is designed specifically for that sensitive area on my neck. Because I notice sometimes my skincare that I use on my face, it doesn't take as well on my neck a lot of times. So I will skip dragging it down, which creates an imbalance in your skincare. So if your neck starts showing signs of aging before your face, it just means you are not properly utilizing all of your skincare. So this basically helps to brighten up the neck area and keep it looking youthful and snatched. Like, think of like how you would snatch your waist. You want to snatch your neck the same way, okay? So that is what this is for, and I've been loving it for that because it instantly gives my neck like that youthful, radiating, glowy look that you want your skin to have. So I'm wearing a really nice dress, and I want to make sure my neck is exposed. I'm wearing a high ponytail. Like, I don't feel super self-conscious about the skin on my neck, and I absolutely love this product for that. You can literally purchase the entire set right now and get 25% off, and you can also get 2 free gifts as well. One of them being a skincare red light therapy tool, and those skincare tools alone, y'all, are usually upwards of $300, which this entire set is valued at, and you can literally get it for $59.96, girl. So that is absolutely a steal because in your local beauty retailer right now, some products literally cost the price of this entire set. I will have all of the information for the Meaningful Beauty set if you are interested in shopping it, linked in the description box. And thank you again so much to Meaningful Beauty for sponsoring this portion of today's video. Now that we have covered skincare, makeup, and all of the things, let's also talk spring reset when it comes to fragrance. Now, when it comes to fragrance, listen, I know there's a trend right now going on where it's like Gourmands are out and all of the things. Girl, Gourmands are not out for me. Gourmands will never be out. For me, it's just about the shift in the type of Gourmands that I'm wearing. So for me, I'm not wearing so much of my woody, thick, caramel rich fragrances. I'm reaching more for my lactonic fragrances, my creamy fragrances, my fragrances that have more of an airy, fluffy type of vibe, but are still sweet. Those fruity florals, of course, when you want to feel super feminine and girly. And then, of course, your fresher scents, your things that kind of feel aquatic and clean. Those are the types of scents that I start to rotate into my spring dynamic because, again, I'm outside in the sun. I want to feel lively. I want to feel good. But I also don't want to stray away from the fact that I am going to be a gourmand girl forever. It's just about what type of gourmand you wear so that you are not getting choked out in the sun, girl. Next, let's talk wellness. The next section is going to be wellness. Of course, we want to look good and we want to smell good, but we want to feel good. And that is going to start with making sure you are on top of your supplements, y'all. So I take quite a few different supplements, and I do plan on doing a video talking about the supplements that I take, but I recommend, of course, you, number one, work with your actual doctor on anything that you might be deficient in, so you can start there, like vitamin D, for example. That is something that I take that a lot of people are actually surprisingly deficient in, especially coming out of winter. That is something that contributes a lot to those seasonal blues. I also focus on making sure my water intake is up, y'all. Lack of water contributes to so many physical ailments and things, your skin, how tired you may feel, your energy levels. Water is your best friend. Water even helps with things that you don't think about, like anxiety. I notice when I'm super anxious, it's usually because I am dehydrated and have not had enough water. Okay, so please make sure you are getting your recommended daily amount of water in, whether you have to get you a cute little water bottle that motivates you, girl. Like, just make sure you are staying on top of your water, your supplements. Also, get you a good greens powder, because greens powder is going to help fill in those nutritional gaps. If you aren't getting enough fruits and veggies in your diet, like I swear by a greens powder first thing in the morning in a glass of water, and even lemon water as well. It just helps with your overall digestion, as well as your skin, your energy levels, and all of the things that getting a well-rounded diet is going to do for your overall health. And lastly, for wellness, you guys, is rest. I don't know about y'all, but I need at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep every night, which most people do. I actually read somewhere that women need more sleep than men, which makes total sense to me. But a lack of sleep, staying up late, scrolling on your phone every night, and missing out on a full night of rest affects you in so many ways. It affects your mental health, it affects your physical health, your emotional health. Literally, you can tell the difference between getting a full night of rest and barely sleeping at all, because you're more anxious, you're more cranky, have trouble getting through your tasks. Like if you are someone that deals with ADHD like I do, if you are not getting a full night of sleep, it is that much harder for you to focus. So definitely make sure y'all are prioritizing your sleep. I would recommend trying to go to bed at the same time every night if you can, because that has conditioned my body in a way that I don't even need an alarm clock. I'm able to just get up and go and start my day. And speaking of getting up and starting the day, that brings me to my self-care and mindset reset. All of these I feel like go together, but specifically your self-care and mindset shift, you guys. When it comes to self-care, it is so important going into a new season that you check in with yourself mentally as well. So I feel like the change of seasons is a perfect time to get yourself a journal if you don't have one, and get yourself a few new self-care practices in place. So for me, I try to journal every single morning as soon as I wake up, after I do my Bible study, and also the same thing every night. That helps for me to check in with myself for the day, see how I'm feeling, what wins I have from the day. If the day did not go so well, it allows me to decompress, and also incorporating in some type of self-care activity. So I'm very big on, like I said, journaling, but I also love to read. I love to do the little coloring. I'm actually doing the little digital coloring on the iPad. All of those things are mindless ways to decompress, where you're not scrolling on your phone, consuming content 24/7, comparing yourself to other people. That is all a part of self-care that I think so many of us overlook. And I feel like spring is the perfect time to check in with yourself, see what habits you want to get rid of, and start incorporating those new habits so that by the time the summer and fall rolls around, you are in such a healthy space. It will help you to combat those seasonal blues once the winter rolls back around. Also with self-care, you can easily consider your skincare to be self-care. Going to get your nails done, getting your hair done. If you feel good, you guys, there are literally scientific studies that show taking care of yourself and making yourself look good boost your confidence times 10 to where you want to go outside, you want to socialize, you aren't feeling like you need to hide and cover yourself up, and it just makes you all around feel better. So please, y'all, invest in yourself, invest in your skincare, even if you can't afford to go to the nail salon, y'all. I am a press-on nail queen, and that is a form of self-care for me because I'm really taking the time to make sure my nails look how I want them to look, press-ons or not. And the last little self-care mindset shift, of course, is going to be your fitness, y'all, your fitness reset. I don't know about y'all, but I do get pretty bored with my workout. In the winter time, I do try to slow down. I'm not going to the gym as much. I'm not doing a ton of cardio, and I'm not really going outside and going for walks because it is colder. I barely want to get out of bed as it is. So for me personally, during the winter, I was doing a lot of Pilates. I was doing yoga and things like that, where I was doing more things indoors that were a little bit of a slower pace that really made me focus on being present and being centered and listening and paying attention to what my instructor was saying. But as the sun comes out, I like to shift my workout routine. I like to go outside and go for more walks, get fresh air. Literally, you guys have no idea how much going on a walk does for your mental and physical health. I read a study the other day that basically said going for walks daily literally lowers your chances of death by like 50%. It was something crazy like that, scientifically backed, y'all. So if you don't have access to a gym, equipment, all of these things, you can literally go for a walk every single day, and that will help you to feel more centered, more calm, and overall allow you to get your steps in and feel like a new person. But if you are super active like I am, I feel like the spring is a great time to check in with yourself and see what's working with your fitness routine. Say you put on a little bit more weight than you wanted to in the winter and you really want to cut, you want to lose some weight. It's a perfect time to incorporate in more cardio, do cycling classes, start going outside and going for runs, or getting back in the gym and lifting weights more, which is something I'm going to be doing because those are the things that I like to do once it is warmer outside. I don't feel like I need to be covered up all the time, and I just want to feel more like myself. With your fitness routine, it is not about going in the gym or doing something for an hour every single day, even 15 minutes, y'all, will have a significant shift on your mental health. So it is just about showing up for yourself every single day, resetting your mind to putting in a little bit of effort every day. Even if it's only 10 minutes, girl, it's still something. And the last category, you guys, is resetting your space. Y'all, spring cleaning is not a trend for no reason, okay? When all of these things start coming out and you start to feel the sunshine, you want to open up your windows more, you want to leave your windows open, feel the breeze coming in, it is the perfect time to declutter and clean your space. Y'all know I am a declutter queen, okay? So when it comes to the beauty aspect of this, go through your products, your body care products, your skincare products. Most people don't know this, but your products have an expiration date on them, and some are a little bit more lenient than others. But overall, you guys, when it comes to skincare, you do not want to be using expired product on your body. It can cause allergic reactions. It can just make it so that the product does not give you the desired effect. And you could be using something thinking that it doesn't work, when it's really just the fact that it's expired, girl. So go through your products and really make sure things that you have are things that you use. Even if they're things that you've never used and they don't work for you, get rid of them. There's no point in forcing yourself to use something if you know it does not work for you, okay? And this also helps you to take inventory of what you have so you're not going out and spending unnecessary money. Same thing for your clothes, you guys. Of course, if you live in an area where you have limited amount of space like I do, I go through my clothes. I put away the winter clothes and I bring out the spring clothes so you can really cycle through and see what you have before, again, you go through and start spending unnecessary money, okay? So cycling your spring and summer pieces to the front and putting your winter clothes away really helps you to be more aware of what you have so you don't run and feel like you have to go and buy something new when something comes up and you're like, oh my God, I don't think I have anything to wear for this. You probably do, girl. And last thing with the space, same with your fragrances, you guys. For me, I literally physically push all of my winter fragrances, my heavier scents, my thicker gourmands, my woody, spicy scents, for the most part, I physically push those fragrances to the back so that I am forced to use my fruity florals, my lighter fragrances, the scents that were basically collecting dust during the colder months. I cycle those up through the front. I also do perfume tray videos. So if you guys are interested in those, I will be incorporating those back into my routine as well. But I try to do a focused perfume tray somewhat monthly, maybe even every 2 months. I will put fragrances on my tray that match that particular season that I want to focus on using up. That is absolutely what I plan on doing for the spring as well. So that is how I reset for spring every year, you guys. The spring is one of my favorite times of year because I literally feel like a new person and I'm just super motivated to just do all of the things. And again, y'all, you do not have to do all of this at one time, okay? Incorporate a little bit at a time so that by the time we are fully in bloom, you can have all of your routines and things in place. So it just feels easy. It doesn't feel rushed. You don't feel overwhelmed. A little bit of something every single day. You can go through one drawer. You can write one page in the journal. You can listen to one chapter of a book. You can go for one 15-minute walk. Like, it's all about the little habits that you can stack together, you guys, to really start to build that momentum. So if this video gave you any ideas or if there is something that you guys do to reset for spring, I would love to know because I'm always looking for new ways to help myself be better and just continue to improve and grow every day. So definitely let me know how you guys are resetting for spring in the comments below. I would love to know. And also, do not forget to like this video, share it with anybody else who needs some spring inspiration, and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And thank you again to Meaningful Beauty for sponsoring a portion of this video. So I love you guys. I'm super proud of all of you guys for clicking on this video and wanting to be better this spring. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.